And welcome back to the Unfiltered podcast. Hope everybody had a happy Halloween. As always, my name is the Kip.
And I am the mustache clad Jay Jones.
St. Joe in the hizzy.
And we're glad you guys are back along for the roller coaster of ridiculousness that is the Unfiltered podcast. How was everybody's week?
Mine was well, I'll say this. There was some good and there was some bad. Um and it, but
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that, which is kind of the yin and yang of life sometimes. So I other than that it was great. Um I listened to a few good podcasts. St. Joe was on one of them. I hope we dive into that a little bit because it was good.
What was
And
he on?
he was on the Pedals of Support. Mama D, a little sleepover with the St. Joe, a pajama party. I don't know if it was pajama party or sleepover, or maybe it was porn or orgy with St. Joe. I don't know what it was.
There's a fucking mental picture for you right there.
Yeah, it's
Well,
sad. It's disgusting.
Before we get into too much, I do want to congratulate you, Mr. Jones, on your Denver Broncos outlasting the Jacksonville Jaguars in London.
In the war of attrition.
I watched every fucking snap of that fucking horror of a game.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand why we're throwing it from the 3 fucking yard line. But you know what? That you know what the Jaguars are? They are a get right game for everybody. You need your team to get right. You need Russell Wilson to look like fucking Tom Brady. Hey, bring the Jaguars in. You
No,
know,
you're right. Absolutely.
they'll give you a fucking game. You know, 5 straight fucking losses, all within a fucking score. Fuck.
yeah, yeah. The cardiac cats, man. They're right there.
You understand? 5 years ago, we were in the AFC Championship game. We were on top of the motherfucking world. We have Blake Bortles as fucking quarterback. Then we
Mhm.
start sucking. We get the number one draft pick 2 years in a fucking row, and we're still losing 5 fucking games. And you know what? Jacksonville has to play in a couple weeks. They have to play Detroit. Okay, Detroit will. I'm going on record. Detroit will beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah,
That's tough.
That may
You
be
know, the
it's
true.
sad thing is they're still not out of the division. He's still got a chance.
That's how bad the division is.
Yeah,
Well, the NFL as a whole, unless you're the Philadelphia Eagles or the Buffalo Bills, who in my market right now, Bills are winning the whole fucking thing.
they're pretty
Just
good.
just mark it right now. The Bills are winning the whole fucking thing.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, the Bills are a team that's hard not to like. You still
Yeah.
feel sorry for them for losing 4 Super Bowls in a row.
Right.
Granted that happened 30 fucking years ago, but you still feel, sorry for them. And they play up in the cold. All their women up there are fucking overfed. And it's like that whole Buffalo, New York, Wisconsin, that whole
Mm,
area, St. Joe,
hmm
up there with the, you know, anyhow, now that I'm getting tweets from women that live in Wisconsin,
Oh
you
my.
know,
You don't want to piss them off. They'll come after you.
they're a lot of women.
Them
Yeah,
cold weather ladies.
They're
they
a
know how
lot
to
of women.
fight, and they'll bury you. They've got a lot of land out there that they'll drag you out there and
Yeah,
leave you.
and you'll never be found.
No, it's
You know,
that's where Dahmer was from. I don't think you want to mess with him.
Hmm.
Dahmer's a pussy.
well, you
you know,
know.
he'll never stack up to Ted Bundy.
Oh well,
There may be
you
some
know.
truth to that.
Uh,
He'll never stack up to that. But anyhow, I started this by talking about the Denver Broncos beating. Yeah, listen to this fucking bullshit. All right.
Okay.
All right, so the Broncos beat the Jaguars. Gators got their fucking teeth kicked in on fucking national TV, right? SEC game of the fucking week. Okay, I tied one on like 3 days in a row, and to top it all off, the fucking Philadelphia Phillies.
mm,
They're tied 1-1, but they're fucking winning game fucking three right now. I fucking can't get away from it. This
mm.
fucking bullshit. However, Dansby Swanson, member of the 2021 World Series champion Atlanta Braves. I can only say that for like this week because there'll be a new champion, you know? by this time
Right.
next week. Won a Gold Glove today. Yeah, you gotta love that. So did
Nice.
Max Fried. Yeah, no Brewers on that.
No.
No,
No.
None.
no. Do you guys know who Frank the Tank is?
Yeah.
Thomas? Frank Thomas?
No, no.
The
Uh,
little engine, the little train?
no, that's Thomas the Train.
Oh, well, I don't fucking know. Educate us.
On are you familiar with a organization called Barstool Sports?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, owned or ran by David Portnoy,
Right.
right? One by Everybody Knows the Rules. Um, Frank Fleming is his name. Is a
Fleming.
large house of a man who is a Dolphins fan, a Mets fan, a New Jersey Flyers. Is that the New Jersey Flyers? New Jersey Devils, maybe?
Devils.
Devils. New Jersey Devils.
The hockey team.
Yeah, it's the
Philadelphia
Philadelphia
Flyers.
Flyers.
Okay. Well, not that one, but the New Jersey Devils.
Mhm.
He has some epic collapses when his team loses.
Mm.
And I feel very kinship with him. I mean, I'm talking about heart attack inducing rants. That if you don't follow that dude on TikTok, follow us, Frank the Tank on TikTok. And just some, if you're a sports fan, no matter what your sport is, you know, he watches them all. You know, like he hates Brooks Koepka. So when Brooks Koepka does good, he hates Dustin Johnson too. And so when they do good, he just loses it, man. And he grabs his glasses. Gone. I've seen him wear like 7 different pairs of glasses because he breaks them. You know, it's fucking funny if you're a sports
That's funny.
fan. You know, he's a Mets fan, so I got to watch his epic collapse when the Braves took out the Mets.
That's funny.
What
You know.
I was listening to you know, obviously I listened to the whole podcast of Pedals of Support with St. Joe on there.
Mhm.
And you know, he tried to cover his cross that he bears, but it didn't work.
Oh.
And I was just, you know, I was thinking that I will say this. I'm going to give you some props. It was a very good episode,
Yeah.
regardless of whether you had your wife assist you in making some suggestions. That's why wouldn't you?
Right.
You know, just like I think more people should probably consult with their loved ones if they're going to go on Mama D's podcast.
Right.
But it made me think. I was wondering, you know, people make mistakes. I make a shit ton of them all the fucking time. I am a fucking walking mistake. I'm pretty confident I was born a mistake, but I happened. But a lot of the times in your mistakes, ego is what gets in the way for a lot of people, guys and girls, not just guys. I mean, guys probably more so. But I was wondering, when's the last time that you made an ego mistake? Not a mistake, because we all make those, but a mistake where you knew the whole fucking time. I mean, it's all ego. You're like, God damn it. You know, I just got to let this go. I'm in the wrong. It's all ego, but I'm fucking up here. Because mine, I know. I mean, I argue with people sometimes for no fucking reason. And I can't help myself. But not like yelling and screaming argument. I don't do any of that shit. But like at work, there was a sales guy that was just, you know, sales guys. I'm sorry, Cab. I know you work in the same sort of world.
Yep.
They're never motherfucking happy. They can make $10,000 in gross and commission for that week, and by the next Tuesday, they've forgotten already because it's all about now.
Yeah, they bitch when they're busy and they bitch when they're slow.
Exactly. And then part of that is a byproduct of management and sales teams and everybody. You know, they're always, what have you done now? What have you done now? What have you done now? When I first joined a car dealership a long time ago, I sold like 36 or 38 cars in 1 month. That was a lot for that dealership. And the first day of the next month, I haven't even been paid on the last month. And the owner comes over and says, all right, new month, everybody at zero. What are you going to do?
Right.
I mean, it's just, it's pretty, it could be a cynical world, especially in sales. But I was thinking, I mean, does your ego ever get in the way of of what something you got going on?
Yeah, mine happens at work, quite a bit. I have a tendency to go from 0 to 100 really, really quick. Little backstory on the Kev Off Stage, which is a new documentary hitting Netflix soon. But um, I have extensive in the field that I am. I'm going to try to say this is vague as I can. In the field that I am, I have a kind of extensive all around when it comes from the sales side, like all around knowledge
Uh,
of every part, not specific parts, but every part. And I've been doing it that for a number of years and 5 different companies.
mm,
So so when something happens not the way that I think it should, I don't have the ability to shut my mouth, even when I'm wrong. Okay. And even when I know that I'm wrong, it happens probably once every 2 weeks really bad to where I'm to nines and the way that I am is I don't need to let you know that you're wrong and I'm right. I need to let everybody know that you're wrong and I'm right, even if I'm wrong.
yeah,
And that's come down to me and a couple people that I work with, a couple times. Um, a lot of times I don't even realize I'm doing it. And St. Joe knows me and him used to work together,
I've
man.
been on that sales
Yeah,
call.
yeah, he's been on that to where I just like Kevin, you got to shut up, and my ego will not allow me
Yep.
to shut my mouth. I mean, I was telling somebody the other day, I was like, dude, when I'm stone cold sober, I like to fucking talk. I mean, I'm stone cold. No booze. I like to talk.
yeah,
And imagine me with booze because they're talking about, hey, it's Florida, Georgia. Let's start drinking at work. No, no, you think
yeah,
I'm bad? Nuh-uh. So, but yeah, and you go back and you think about it and you think, what a fucking idiot I was.
yeah.
But then you don't go back, at least I don't, and go, hey, I was an idiot. I might, handled that a little differently, you
I
know.
remember one occasion, gentleman was at the we're doing the old sales call, and he's talking to it. And Kev's response was, "Oh, is that right?" And
No,
then
no, no. Okay, I gotta
from
tell. I
there
got.
on, it
Oh,
was
no, no,
on.
no, no, no. I gotta tell this one real quick. I don't mean to hijack your segments,
No, no.
Jay. I gotta tell this real quick. So we're in this sales meeting, and this guy is going off and going off and going off about how he had the scenario, and he's talking to this guy, and he's whittling him down, he's whittling him down, and how good he was at just shutting this guy down, and fucking place was quiet, and St. Joe goes, so what'd you sell it for? He didn't.
It's just, it's just. I mean, there's just certain times
It was funny.
we
It
just
was
all look at him
funny.
and be like, "Okay." Kevin and I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun. There was some good times, but yeah, yeah, nothing beats the old. Oh, we'll have to tell that. We'll have to have that guy
That
on here.
that's
Tell him what to
another
tell.
another another
But
day.
anyway,
I know where you're
So,
going. Sorry.
did you dress up last night, St. Joe, for Halloween?
no,
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 hand out candy.
no. Yeah, we handed out the full size candy bars. Full
Nice,
size.
nice. That's the
Yeah,
good house to hit.
it
You
is.
know, they
It
got
is. The
them.
kids were very happy.
They got
Uh,
them
yeah.
big dick sticks. That's right.
I mean, they got to choose whichever ones they want. They were very excited. Very
And
excited.
I know Kev wasn't handing out candy because he was performing live somewhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. There
um,
was no feed, by the way.
that sucks. I
Yeah.
wanted to watch,
But
but
we got video.
good.
Yeah.
I want the soon-to-be world famous wife to send that to me.
It's not on her phone. But
Oh, well, whatever.
yeah. Yeah, but we got video.
I So this today a big day in the NFL. Obviously, a lot
Yeah.
of trades and stuff. The trade deadline's coming up, and everybody's making moves. And the teams that think they're going to have a chance and want to make a push are getting the good players and this, that, the other. I was in these trades. A little thing came across my. I was looking at the NFL's Twitter or something, and a thing popped up about Bill Romanowski and how he was traded mid-season from one team to the next, and because he went from I think the San Francisco 49ers to the Broncos, from the Broncos to the Raiders, and then I think he finished his career somewhere else. I'm not sure. I didn't.
Wasn't he a Raider at some time?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I think that's the last team he played for. He went from the
Yep.
Niners to the Broncos to the Raiders, I believe. I mean, somebody can fact check
I think
that if
that's
they want
correct.
to. I don't give a shit. But it made me think. He was a dirty ass player. I mean, he was, he would bite and punch and kick people in the nuts and grab their shit underneath the dog pile, which happens, I guess, a lot more than people want to realize.
Poking in the ear hole and shit.
Yep.
Well, yeah, or like that college player a couple years ago. They was going around that clip on Twitter where he shoved his hand in that guy's butthole.
Oh,
Did you see that? I was like, what the?
Eesh.
Trying
I
to
must
fist
have-
fuck this guy on the football field.
Was he Catholic?
Yeah, and it was Notre Dame. Anyway, but it made me think. I was going to ask you guys. There's a couple players here that I, that were well known for being dirty players. And I'm not talking about steroids and stuff like that. I'm not talking about Barry Bonds and
Right.
that kind of shit. I'm talking, Gaylord Perry stuff.
Right.
He was a cheat. I mean, the guy doctored every golf ball. I mean, every baseball he ever threw, and had Vaseline under his cap and sawdust on his glove, or sandpaper on his. I mean, this guy was just a walking hack.
Right.
Obviously, he had talent to get to the major leagues, but fuck. But the one in baseball that I bet Keb, obviously, because he's a fucking walking baseball almanac, but I bet you would be surprised to know St. Joe, who vastly is known as the world's biggest dirty player. And that's Ty Cobb.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. And when I was looking at it, I was like, first of all, apparently he was hated on his own team.
Yep.
He was an extreme racist. He was more rude and cocky to media and newspaper outlets than any other player ever. I mean, he was a horrible person, and he's widely known as one of. I don't know if he's not widely known as like the greatest baseball player ever, but one of the first like well-known good players that was well known. But he's not a number one. Keb, don't. I see your face. I almost want to move on before I let him talk about this, but Keb,
Yes.
let it out.
Ty Cobb was a dirty motherfucker, and the reason is because this motherfucker would sharpen his spikes, okay, and he would go into second base with one leg down to get the base and the other leg to kick the dude in the chest, okay. He sent motherfuckers to the hospital. All that said, and what I wanted to say in the first place was that he held a record. What record did he hold? He is
Batting
one
average.
He is one of the great. No, he held that's Ted Williams. He held well, he's up there in batting average too. But one
336.
one specific one, he held the hits record until a guy named Pete fucking Rose beat his fucking ass, and Pete Rose is not in the Hall of Fame to say the fact that the fucking Cincinnati Reds put a goddamn sports book in their fucking stadium, and Pete Rose is still not in the Hall of Fame. Sorry.
Yeah. Pete Rose is a pretty dirty player in his own right mind.
Don't start with me.
But yeah. I mean, he is. But
He's an asshole.
I mean,
He's not a nice man.
No, they
You
didn't
know
call
what
him
I'm
Charlie Hustle for no given reason. I mean, any guy that would just bully over at the plate in order to get there. But
no
that
true
was back in the day.
There's no true baseball fan that does not agree that he needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
For what
sure.
happened on the field.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I
But,
agree 100%.
So
yeah. Are you talking now any sport in general
Yeah,
that
any
we could
sport,
say a
any
dirty
sport.
player?
Any sport. Obviously I said Bill Romanowski, and then I went to baseball. So
Yep. So if I'm gonna go, I mean, Bill Romanowski, obviously, I think number one that's definitely gonna come to mind. But I gotta think, man, basketball is probably gonna have a lot of dirty players. I mean, when you think that, I got to think like Bill Lambier.
That's
You know,
exactly who popped into my head.
back into those days where you come into, those Chicago Bulls, they hated to go into Detroit. And I got to think that Bill Lambier
The
was
bad boys.
one of those, the bad boys.
Absolutely.
Definitely one of the reasons, a big old white boy in the middle there that just hacked Jordan every time that he came in.
Yeah.
Who was that guy that gave LeBron shit? Okafor? He was somebody like
maybe,
that.
possibly. Yeah.
No,
I mean, quite a few gave LeBron, but I mean,
Mark Schlereth that used to play for the Broncos.
exactly.
They called him Stink. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
he's got a really good green chili, by the way.
Yep.
Business,
Nice.
but they called him Stink because he pissed his pants.
Yep.
Throughout the game, like he would just piss his pants, and he didn't care.
Yep. Yep. That was another one that was going to come up. I'm glad you said that. That was hilarious that you brought that up.
Yeah, I love being a Bronco fan. I'm a big fan of Schlereth.
I mean, you go back like Deacon Jones. He was known for a big, huge head slap. I mean, that was one of his go-to moves was a head slap that he would get by.
But it was legal back then.
It was. You even look at like Merlin Olsen. I mean, you back in the day when he was there, he was a gentle giant, and he was on Little House on the Prairie. He wouldn't look like a guy that would be there, but he was a mean son of a bitch on the football field, and he had that big same chop move that you would do, and then but it was like you said, it was a legal move, but it was definitely something that that you wouldn't want. You couldn't do it now. It was definitely a mean move.
Yeah.
What about Ndamukong Suh?
Yes,
he's definitely that's a good one
stomping
too,
and all
for
of his shenanigans.
You know who was on a list? I read an article in SI probably about a year ago now about the history of dirty players, and you know who was on there who for years was considered the most dirty player in the NFL? Some guy you would never think of. He was a wide receiver in the NFL, quarterback in college. His name was Hines Ward, and he played for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
And was widely considered a dirty player.
Wow.
Yeah, in a couple of years voted the dirtiest. Yeah, and I just wouldn't because the guy seems like a nice guy.
There's a soccer player that's on the list too that I want to throw. I was going to throw out there
The
for
head
the
butter.
Beebs. Not even that. No, not even him or her, whoever the fuck you're talking about. But this person, I don't even know how to say his name, but he plays for Barcelona, so I'm sure the Beebs knows who it was. But apparently, he's had like a ton of biting incidents. He's like the Mike Tyson of soccer. This motherfucker just bites everybody.
There's another dirty player, Mike Tyson.
I bet you there's a lot of soccer players that
Mike
are dirty.
Tyson could be a
Mike Tyson, that's a
but
good
nobody's
one,
got the
too.
balls to tell him.
Except that dude on the plane, he got his ass beat.
That's a good one.
That
Kenny
soccer
Stabler.
player, dude.
Snake?
Yeah.
Well, no, actually,
The soccer player, who was the dude in the World Cup that headbutted the guy straight in the chest? I want to say his name was Zidane. Beebs will know, but his name was Zidane or something like that.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. I don't watch no soccer, but
Fuck soccer.
That's probably soccer's. There's probably a few that were, like you said, Beebs would name off about 18 of them, but soccer. I'm sure in hockey. Oh God, hockey. There's a ton too. Like PK Subban. He was definitely. I mean, he was the hitman. He'd go out and they put him on the ice just to go out there and cause havoc. And he would. He was good at it. Back in the day, you'd have like Mark Messier. I mean, he was a great defensive lineman, but he was one you wouldn't mess around with too. I mean, there's a ton of hockey players that you could get out there and name. But as far as dirty, I mean, boy, you sit down there and think. Baseball's tough. I mean, like Kev said, you got people that are sliding in and trying to hurt you. And
Well, I want to go on record by saying that the dirtiest players in baseball are the 2017 Houston Astros.
The
Definitely the
cheaters,
biggest cheats.
Those fucking guys.
Yeah,
the
fuck the
cheaters.
Astros.
Yeah, and you can't say anything about the steroid era because you still got to hit the fucking ball.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
agree.
that's
The same could be said about the Houston Astros. Anyhow,
yeah, yeah. That's an interesting concept to have the dirtiest player, but um,
It's not a title I think anybody would want.
no, I don't think it
Bill
is.
Lambier might like that. I think he
Yeah, yeah.
relished
I
it.
think
Yeah.
But
I think in some aspect you might want it, but in others, yeah. I
Dennis
don't think
Rodman
that's-
could probably make that list
Yeah.
too. He was part of
Yeah.
the Bad Boys, the Worm.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think I
Anyway.
don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is that one that you want? But
I mean, at least it's not somebody like John McEnroe.
Mm,
Hard to
Yeah.
be dirty in tennis.
yeah, exactly. I don't think in
Yeah.
tennis you're not going to have.
he was very
yeah,
degrading to officials, but
Oh, he was a fucking blast to watch.
Yeah, yeah. But I do have a question for you, Jay, and maybe you can explain it to me because Kev brought up something when he was talking about the Broncos. What's with Russell Wilson's? He always said go Hawks, do whatever. What is with his?
let's ride.
Yeah, he says go country, let's ride or something.
All I know is that when he first got there, I mean, because he always had his little sayings and stuff with the Hawks, like you said, the Seahawks, and I don't know if it was a PR guy or somebody came up with the whole "let's ride," but it's been memed. It's been used in every media thing there possibly is in Colorado or in anywhere that Bronco fans are seeing it. It's bullshit because he's the biggest con artist and the biggest thief in the history of the NFL now. $246 million for bullshit.
Yeah,
Fuck
I mean,
him.
I get that he always has said something, but I mean, and the Broncos don't really have like, you know, they can't really. There is no something like go Hawks made sense and something like they can't. He can't say. I guess he could say go Broncos or whatever,
That's
but
right.
yeah. I mean, who knows? I don't know. I thought it was hilarious, but yeah, he's got to say something. He always has, but yeah. Anyway, pretty funny. But well, speaking of stupid things to say, you done? You done? We're moving on.
I'm stupid all the time, so
All right.
I can be.
Well,
I'll be. Don't worry, I'll be stupid next week too.
Is there another way to be?
okay. Well,
No,
I mean,
Not
I'll
for
I'll
me.
transition that in the stupid things to say, and I think we've all done it before. So um, I was talking to you guys a little bit last week, and this brought me into what my cup of Joe is going to be for this week. So um, I was texting you a little bit that I was sitting outside of my job, outside of a maternity ward for my job, and I had so politely said to a young lady walking up, and I said, "Hey, how far along are you?" And she kindly said, "I'm not
Fucking
pregnant."
asshole.
And I went, "Shit. Well, enjoy your Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's. Uh, have a great day."
I'm sorry. That is such
Um,
a St. Joe thing to do.
well, I was sitting outside of a maternity ward, and I mean,
You know, people work there, right?
I get it, but I mean, she's, larger young lady comes walking in, and
Probably from
and
Wisconsin.
she could have been pregnant, but obviously wasn't. And I just kind of went, all right. So she was just hungry. She just ate a baby. So, it's like, okay. But yeah, so it brought me to the point of
It
what
made me
have
think
you
about a
said?
story. Yeah, I've said something.
Yeah, what have you said, or what are maybe some inappropriate things that
Ha-
maybe
Have
you
you ever
have
listened to
said?
my podcast?
Well,
The whole fucking
yes.
thing is inappropriate. Yes.
Well, but like questions that you should not ask a woman, or maybe say to a woman such as that. Like, hey, when's the baby due? And it's not.
Well, there's a little story that I told you guys last week. So when I was used to DJing, I was standing outside of a bar, and these girls and guys and people were fighting, and I don't really remember the entire thing because maybe I had a drink, maybe I didn't. And this something. I said, "Shut the fuck up, you fat bitch!" And she said, "I just had a baby," and I said, "I bet that shit was delicious." And I never, ever, I don't know. I mean, I was waiting to get punched in the mouth, and it would have
Yeah.
totally been deserved.
Right.
But I don't
right.
think you ever, unless a woman tells you I'm expecting or I'm pregnant,
Right.
that you do not ask a woman, "Hey, are you pregnant?" Or, "Hey, you put on a few pounds?"
Oh, is it going to be a boy or a girl? Do you know the sex?
No, that is a fucking death
no.
trap, dude.
So you shouldn't
Yeah.
go up to him and go, "I can't believe somebody fucked you."
Wow.
Probably
because
not.
They could turn around and say the same thing to us.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's what
Probably not.
That's
The
one of
best thing to
my
say.
sets on stage. I start out with like, I got 2 kids. Yes, somebody had sex with me at least twice.
yeah.
But I'll tell you the most inappropriate thing that I've ever said to a woman that had nothing to do with her physical look. It had something to do with her. Well, I'll just tell you the story. So in St. Augustine, downtown St. Augustine, Florida, which is the oldest city of the United States, there's a big Catholic cathedral. And this person was the girlfriend of a family member. And we're sitting having a few drinks, and I'm having 2 to everybody else's 1, like normal. And she's like, "Well, we should go tour. We should go tour the cathedral because that's part of my religion." And so we go and tour the cathedral. We come back out. We go to the same bar, and we're getting some drinks. And I said, "I got a question." She's like, "What?" And I said, "Why does every fucking Catholic church have a fucking like a gift shop? Why?" And she's like, "Well, that's so if we can go in and somebody forgot their Bible and somebody needs to buy some rosary beads for mass." And I'm like, "Oh, where I go to church, we don't need fucking props." And she looked at me like that, and she just started fucking crying. And she's like, "You don't mess with somebody's religion." And fucking, I had another family member like, "Dude, Kevin does it all the time." Anyhow, I felt a little bad.
No,
But
you didn't.
but no, this was
No.
before the Keb really took, you know, took hold.
Yeah. No.
I know that I've heard of a lot of inappropriate things said. I haven't always been the one to say them. So, I mean, yes, I have experienced and witnessed many things that should never, ever be said to a woman. I just think it's asking for a fight. So, I'm not going to do it now because, well, I have enough problems as it is without trying to get into trouble. So,
Well, so there were a few brought to my attention of that should not be said. So, a couple, obviously the pregnant one, not a good thing. Follow that up.
I would have
The
paid
other,
money to been there, dude.
the
Oh
other
my
one,
god, I would have paid money to been there.
my face, I'm sure went, okay. And she just walked by and I was like, have a great day. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
But
hopefully you're gonna run
seeing
into a
her,
fucking treadmill.
the worst part
Oh,
was seeing her come back out. And that was like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was the more awkward part was having her come back out. And yeah, but um so obviously you never ask age,
why not?
right? Never ask a woman her age. Why
Why
not?
not?
Well, obviously the Catholic priests don't know ask anybody their fucking age.
Well,
In
okay.
this whole fucking, sex equality bullshit, if they can ask our age, we should be able to ask their age.
No.
Why not? It's a feminism. I'm a feminist. That means
No.
equal rights, motherfuckers.
No. Don't ask age. Not a good thing.
We got a comment.
Oh boy.
And he said that she was scared of the twinkle in St. Joe's eye when he asked if it was a baby boy.
Oh my God.
Wow. Wow. Yikes.
Thank you, Michael. We needed that.
Wow.
That was-
Wow.
Yeah.
Never ask age.
Okay.
Obviously, he
continue.
listens to this podcast.
Oh yeah.
Weight. Never ask weight.
See, that's bullshit too.
No. Why? Why would you
Because
want
if they
to
can
ask
fucking,
weight?
I get asked
Why
if
do you
I'm,
want
I get
the-
asked if I'm pregnant all the fucking time.
Oh my God.
Wow. I mean, that doesn't shock me.
I know I have 9 chins.
I mean,
Yeah, it's cool.
wait. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Um,
I'll shut up.
what? What, Jay?
No, I said, what's the next?
Number of partners,
Oh, what their number is?
right?
Yeah, I don't care what their number
Right.
is. I'm gonna get inside and count the rings, baby. I'm gonna treat them like a tree trunk.
Jeez.
I'm gonna open that shit up wide. I'm gonna get all that sap, that maple out of it.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, for our listeners that might not know what that means, can you explain it to them?
Well, see, if you want to know how old a tree is, you can count the rings of the stump or when the tree's busted open. And so when I bust that lady open, I'm going to count those rings. That's how I'm going to find out. But, the number of partners doesn't matter to me.
I reached inside one time and came back out with a ring.
Yeah, we talked about fisting last night on the podcast, and it wasn't good. I don't know. I mean,
Whose
if
ring
I-
is this?
yeah, I don't know how that works out, but yeah, the age thing. Okay, so go on. Or
Age.
real hair
What?
color. I don't know if you asked that either. Maybe is that your real hair? Does the carpet match the curtains?
Hair. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you're going to
I
find
think that's
out.
what for one specific hair color.
Okay.
Right. Right. Was it good for you?
Oh fuck, dude! You're gonna get lied to every time. I can promise you. I mean, I don't know why I sounded like a Scottish person there for a minute, but
All good. You
What do you mean?
I'm
You're
not
gonna,
gonna lie to you.
what do you mean you're going to get lied to?
Okay, maybe I just get lied to. I feel like I don't know, but I mean, rarely in the
it
case.
wasn't?
Although I don't know if I've never had anyone, male, female, or animal, tell me that when we were done it was bad. Yeah, never. Not one time. But I don't pretend to be a porn star, so I mean I ask that question. Was it good for you? Did you get off?
Right.
You little insecure pussy, fucking man up.
Well, this one guy told me once.
Right.
This one guy asked me one time. He was like, "Do you know how long it takes a real man to make a woman come?" And I was like, "Who cares?"
Well,
Okay, I don't care about how long it takes. You're right. I don't care. And the way that he put that, you're right. I don't care.
right. Right.
But I do care that I think both parties concerned. If we're entering into the slaying land, then we need to make sure that both of us are leaving fulfilled. Now, some guys might be like, I see Kev and he's going, I think it's a fucking race and I win every goddamn time. But it's not always
For the
the
record, I
case.
don't.
Not anymore, dude. I mean, fuck. all the drugs and alcohol and years on stage, your dick hardly works.
Yeah, there's medication for that, and so I've heard.
I don't need the medicated dick yet.
No.
Oh, speaking of people, my buddy, he's going to get snipped this week.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yep, he's getting the twig and berries cut down to just the twig. He's
Oof.
losing. It's my drag queen friend that was on my show last night said that the assberry is the sweetest berry, and I was like, ugh. But yeah, so he's gonna get his balls cut.
Yeah. What was the other? Oh, and the size matters was the other question. We should never ask if size matters.
Why not?
Apparently, it's not that big of a deal.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Just know this. You guys are married, so it doesn't fucking matter this. But if you're a single guy out there fucking listening to this podcast, well, let me tell you this. She's had bigger, she's had smaller, she's had better, and she's had worse. You may someday be the best, but you're not right now. You're not. In her eyes, her toys are always better than you will ever be. You can't compete with the toys these days. Sorry, dudes. You just can't. But they can't cuddle a fucking dildo.
Kev's pro dildo.
I am pro.
You're a pro with a
I
dildo?
dude, I cannot express.
What does it feel like when it goes in your ass, though?
Still tight. Cold.
Does it hurt?
Cold. I don't fucking know.
Well, you said you're a pro dildo.
No, dude, I'm pro life, or like somebody's pro life, they're for life.
Yeah.
I'm for it. I'm for the use of it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He thinks that it can help him because it does a lot of the work beforehand.
No, I don't think. I know it's a common practice. I don't think. It's like a fucking Harry Potter one.
It's the show opener. he can do all the work, and he can just come on in and finish off the set.
Come on, do a look. And we're on it. Let's get this show on the fucking road. I mean,
it's like his normal
I definitely think it's on the road.
My drink is watering down.
It's like his normal routine. Everybody else warms up the crowd. He comes in for 5 minutes, gives 5 minutes of good material, and then he's done.
That could soon to be is going to kick your ass.
Oh my God! Well, it's just like this. It's just like this damn podcast.
That's right.
Here we are fluffing the nutters, and here he comes and busts all over everybody.
Yeah, these fucking people.
Oh Jesus! Yeah. Hey, but no, I think there's a lot of things that I'm not able to think of right now that you don't ask a woman, or you shouldn't. But some of yours, I mean, the age thing, I don't really think that matters as much as I think it used to. I'm 29.
I mean, I'm with you. The age, so. I mean, and I think that's an old kind of patriarchal type thing that, maybe back in the day you shouldn't. But this day and age, I'm kind of with Kev. You might want to know up there, what am I getting myself into? And at this point in time, I think you should know the age because then you kind of know what you're dealing with. Either you're dealing with a child or that you're dealing with an actual adult. So,
well, and I also think that age doesn't always define someone's maturity, but at this,
I'm a goddamn example of that.
Exactly. So therefore, but I think that we need to have an episode on what should be the rules of dating. Because everybody knows the obvious of finding out, hey, we're attracted to each other. Ooh, I like your dick. Oh, my God, your tits are nice. Ooh, you got a nice ass. Oh, your family's nice. This, that, the other. But there's a lot of things that don't get brought up that probably should. And I think we should probably do a podcast on that. So that'd be a good episode.
Hey, man, your mom is hot.
Okay, that's one that I wasn't thinking of. But that's okay. Do you have any sisters that I've slept with before?
Yeah, there you go.
Do you have any, hey, what's your current employment situation look like? I mean, I'm gainfully employed. I kind of want to make sure I'm not looking to be your fucking sugar daddy, unless the sugar is really, really good.
Right.
And then, things like, hey, what's your credit score? I want to ask somebody that. I think that should be a thing that people should ask. What's your credit score? And it should have to be displayed. Like, you have to put on there what you're looking for, if you have kids, what religion you are you into smoking, do you drink socially, blah, 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 all this bullshit. You know what? What's your fucking credit score? Are you a scumbag or can you buy something?
Right.
Because I'm slinging dick, and I want, you got to have good credit to get it.
Is
Fair
it poor
question.
form to ask them their social security number so you can run a background check? Is
Hey,
that poor form?
I don't know if it's poor form. You don't even need to have the social anymore to do that.
You know,
But I think, hey, all the above should be done. You
Right.
don't know what you're getting into these days. You never
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You got to tell him I could be have the winning lottery ticket to $1.2 billion, and I need to know this stuff right now.
No one won it last night.
Nobody won it.
there was
So
another
tomorrow
comment
night.
on our YouTube that says "ring doorbell."
Yeah, I don't get that.
I don't either.
Yeah, Michael, you need to explain yourself.
I don't know if he wants.
motherfucker.
I mean, maybe he wants to ring the doorbell. Maybe he wants to come in. Well, fucking join in. Call the fucking hotline.
Yeah, here, you know what? We'll make it easy for you. I'm gonna put the fucking link up there.
Yeah, put the
So
link
if you-
in.
Yeah,
Join
if you
in
got
on
something to
this
say, if you
I
got
keep
something to
looking
say,
at
bring it.
looking at Jay over the microphone, and I can't think if he looks like with the earphones on and the mic in front that he looks like Gary McCord or he looks like Mario. I can't figure out which one he is.
Mario.
He's either in the cart, ready to go down and drive.
I think I'm more Mario than fucking Gary McCord. McCord's got the fucking
He's
cool
got that
stash.
curly, yeah.
Right.
I guess,
I've got, I've got this fucking like weird stash.
yeah, I don't
probably
know.
shouldn't have a stash at all because I'm fat faced.
Nah.
But I do have a nice tan compared to you fuckers. I don't know how that's
it
possible.
definitely
You live in
reminds
Florida.
me of somebody.
I
Maybe
mean,
it's
are you
Weekend
thinking
at Bernie's.
Tom Cruise? You thinking Maverick? You thinking Goose?
I'm thinking David Faraday.
I'm thinking Weekend at Bernie's.
Wow. I'm thinking your fucking high school gym coach
Oh, well,
with my
Okay.
dick hanging out of my fucking short shorts.
Okay.
could be.
Okay.
Here we
okay.
go. Here we
Hey,
go.
so so Jay,
Yes.
Saint Joe, I carved out
A
a
pumpkin.
good portion of my motherfucking day today to listen to a podcast because I support the people that are on the UNF pod. Okay. So
Here we
I carved out a good portion of my day, and the majority of the episode was great. I gotta tell you.
You
The
didn't like
majority
end? Here we
of the episode was great.
I agree.
However,
go.
there was a point towards the end to where Mama D, lover, she gave you opportunity to talk about the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
motherfucker.
so they go and they talk about the podcast and all this, and it's a good thing. And then they decide to spell out the week. What are the weekly podcasts? So we listen to UNF Pod on the Unfiltered podcast on Wednesdays. So we
Yeah.
listen to her and Nefarious on Tuesdays, and then
Yeah.
her again on Thursday.
Oh.
And they even threw the fucking 2 penny podcast in there to listen on Friday.
Stupid history minute.
And they're like, motherfucker, we need one for Monday. And I'm screaming at the radio. The fucking stupid history minute is on every fucking day.
Completely forgot about
Nobody
the stupid history
loves the stupid history minute.
minute. Yep.
You
Completely forgot about it.
motherfuckers. No one loves the stupid history minute. Yes, I
No.
said that, Mama D.
No, you know what? As soon
Yeah,
as
from the other room. She was, I do.
yeah, completely forgot about it. As soon as yeah. I don't know why that didn't pop into my head.
So, Kemp's corporal punishment?
Almost.
All right.
Almost KCP.
You know what? I have no idea why that didn't pop into my head.
Almost.
Because you're selfish, you fucking giant.
Oh boy, here we go.
Nobody loves stupid history minute. Yes. And if you feel that I'm talking to you out there, I probably am.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Right now, everybody listening to this needs to go and listen to all 180 something episodes of the Stupid History Minute right fucking now.
I did the first like 85 in
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah.
But I will say this. We'll talk about this offline, but I want to make sure this is heard by every fucking person that tunes into this podcast. And I want you to fucking look me right in the fucking eyes right now, because I'm talking to you, fucking good pods. I'm fucking talking to you. Your fucking algorithm and your fucking way you do your shit is still fucked up. And it's fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, but there was a fucking certain podcast that had fucking multiple fucking episodes, all in the top fucking 3. And all of them were number 1 for a while. And I tell you what, even if they are good, they don't deserve to be up there. Your shit sucks. Straighten that fucking shit out. I'm all about getting people like exposure, podcasters, helping podcasters, all that good stuff. Obviously, we have the Spotlight Cartel. We do it on a smaller scale, but we do it 100%. And for them to come across as, oh, we're here for the little... No, you're not. There's some kind of goddamn backdoor fucking exchange going on somewhere in that fucking company. And I talked to Elon Musk today on Twitter.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's coming for you, fucking good pods. And he's
Yeah.
going to fire every one of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let that sink in.
Yeah, let that sink in, you fucking cunts.
Yeah, he's gonna buy Good Pods and shut it the fuck down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Guess what? Then we're on fucking Spotify and Apple and fucking Anchor.
I will tell you this: what's going to change the landscape of the way podcasts are distributed is that. Do you know who is developing a podcast app right now?
Elon Musk.
That TikTok.
Oh.
TikTok.
Here's the problem. Be very careful
Yeah.
of the China.
China.
Because
Anyhow.
just very careful. Be very
Yeah.
careful of TikTok anything.
Right.
I love watching TikToks, but I'm
Yeah,
not
they're
looking
fun.
to be on that level.
So
We could go live, but we get banned off of TikTok in about 2 seconds.
yeah, no, not long, not long. So I was anyhow. So I'm listening to this podcast, and if you're wondering out there which podcast I was listening to, it's Pedals of Support. You should go check it out. And it's very cool. All 4 of us that are associated with this podcast have been on there at one time or another. And we thank Mama D for having us on. Anyhow, so they were discussing in this little 10-minute segment where they forgot the Stupid History Minute that at length I was screaming. I wanted to call St. Joe because I have a tendency to, when I get worked up, I call St. Joe and he'll be like, Kev, and I'll be like, listen here, motherfucker. You know, I won't even say hello, you know, but I didn't want to do that because I want to save it for tonight. Anyhow, so in this 10-minute, little segment that they forgot the Stupid History Minute, they were talking about their favorite parts of the Unfiltered podcast, and Mama D brought up the 5 questions that Beebs used to do, right? So I said, hey, we haven't done that in a while. You know, we've done the top 5, we've done this, but we haven't done 5 questions. So since Kev is doing this, I picked some of the fucking most ridiculous questions I could find.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys said ridiculous questions since St. Joe forgot the Stupid History Minute. And, so we're going to go through that. So number 1, and this is actually kind of a fun question. Now, some of these, if you ever listened to Keb Unfiltered, some of these were on there, but good luck finding those episodes.
Yeah.
So number 1 is, what sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to?
What sport would be the funnest?
Yeah, the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to.
For me, it'd be baseball.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're throwing at people's heads and shit.
It'd be hilarious watching them try to run the bases, running into each other, going
Oh,
to the
dude,
wrong
can you-
dugouts.
Can you imagine like a fly ball and it's going to, he's on the warning track, just lays out into the wall?
Oh, I would love it.
That'd be
I
fucking
would love
great.
it.
Say, Joe?
I'm going to say high diving.
Yeah. That'd be like more like a belly flop contest,
I know.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think tennis would be kind of funny if they were drunk, just watching them miss the fucking ball, and shit. All right. Question 2. if you could be in any movie, what would it be?
Well, we all know yours.
It's not. I mean, I think St. Joe is a spotlight.
I would like to be in the movie. I know what it is, and I can't think of the fucking name. Magic Mike. Magic
Any
Mike,
movie.
baby.
Any movie.
Or I'd like to be the lead character in that Grey movies. You know, whatever it is, the sex movie. The
50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
I had to go to the fucking theater to see that shit.
I got the
Shawshank.
Yeah,
This
I would
hair is
wanna-
looking pretty magnificent, by the way.
I would want to be in the prequels of Star Wars, so I could be the Emperor. You know, the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural. All right, Jay, I threw this one in there for you, but it requires a more than a one word answer. Which musician do you think would make the best teacher, and why?
Which musician would make the best teacher and why? Teacher of music or teacher
Yeah,
of like
or just teacher? But yes, I would gather that they would teach music.
Okay. I would probably say, can they be alive or dead?
Sure.
I'll go with somebody that's alive though. I would say Paul. No, I would say Gene Simmons, and because I think he's educated, well spoken, has more knowledge and experiences in music than most, and I think he was. I used to watch the Family Jewels show with him, and I think that
Shannon Tweed.
I could listen to Gene Simmons talk for hours and not get tired of it.
Say Joe.
Were you originally going Paul McCartney or Paul Stanley?
No, I was talking Kiss people, and then I was like, no, I meant to say, I almost said Paul Stanley, but I was wanting to say Gene. So
I think I would go with Paul. I would say maybe Paul McCartney. And I'm not even a big Beatles fan, but I think I would say Paul McCartney.
Okay. I don't know if you've ever heard him talk or ever heard him outside of his shtick, but a very, very, very well spoken and likes to teach people, especially the production, of things. He's incredibly well spoken and incredibly smart. Is Dr. Dre?
fair answer. Yeah.
So, all right. What's the most useless word?
I'm assuming you mean it in the English language.
I mean, whatever.
I would say fag.
Okay.
And if you tune into my podcast on Friday, you will find out why.
Okay. Say Joe.
Most useless word. That's a really good question. I don't know. What's yours?
Catholic.
No, it can't be.
It's useless. It's fucking useless.
No.
Okay, we'll move on.
Oh.
Speaking about useless things, this one was actually asked the guys at work. This one, what is the most useless invention of all time?
The most useless invention of all time. It's probably most likely one that we obviously don't use anymore. Would it be one we're still using, or just?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm getting very Beebs on you here.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
kind of
very
feel
literal.
like it. But I don't. Most useless invention. I would say the square tire,
Okay.
square wagon wheel.
Okay.
It was invented. It was very stupid.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it's going to be the electric car.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna go and say the Today Sponge. Yeah, there's some people out there be like, "What's that?" Watch Seinfeld, bitch. I have more than 5, by the way. What is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh.
And it can't be a person, Jay.
Ass.
And if you'd like to answer any of these questions, our listener hotline is 305-563-2342. And I remembered the phone number, unlike St. Joe, who had to
Oh,
look
here
it the
we
fuck
go.
up because he forgot the stupid history minute as well.
Oh,
I will say this. It was definitely baby eels.
Okay.
oh.
Yeah.
And I had that at I want to say it was at a Turkish restaurant. But yeah, that was definitely weird. And it was like, they were like little spaghetti type.
Ooh.
It was a bowl of them, a huge bowl. Tasty though, but weird for sure.
Right.
Yeah. No.
Huh. St.
Yeah.
Joe.
Caviar is the
Yeah,
weirdest.
that's exactly what I was going to say too.
It's disgusting.
It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
You know, and it's regal. No, it's not.
No.
You're regal if you eat it. No, you're not. You're fucking stupid.
It's gross.
What is one thing that you wish existed but doesn't at the moment?
Time machine.
Okay. Give Elon some time. Pun
Time
intended.
machine. That's a good one. A rotary telephone.
Okay. Mine is a motherfucking lightsaber.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Like a real one.
I saw a real one just the other day.
Yeah, not
Online.
like it's supposed to be. I know the ones that are trying to make fire sticks.
I'd like to get a rotary telephone and give it to my kid. So when he's upset and he needs to get his phone taken away, I would say, "Here you go. You want to use the phone? Here you go."
Did you see the Heisman House commercial where they got Spurrier plugged in the electric car, and then they show the old phone? And he's like, "Just pick it up." And they show, I don't like this. All right, last one, and I did this specifically to start some shit with some listeners of ours.
Uh-oh.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
No.
Sure.
No, wrong answer.
No.
Okay, yes. I would like to say this.
Why?
Because here's my thoughts on this. And I live in pizza fucking heaven up here, okay?
Okay.
But allow me to say this. And I mean this. It's your fucking pizza and you're fucking paying for it, and it's a topping that is fucking offered on just about every pizza menu in the fucking world. Guess what? Have at it if you fucking want it. It's not like you're asking for a fucking baby Catholic boy to be on your fucking pizza. You're not asking for fucking, tits and ass on your pizza. You're not asking for, unicorn toenails. You're asking for a fucking pineapple. Go ahead, put the fucking shit on there. Who gives a shit?
I do.
Well, you're a fucking weirdo.
Okay.
I mean,
I've
have you
had
had it? It fucking
I've
tastes
had it.
fine. I like it with
I have
pepperoni,
had it,
pineapple, and jalapenos. It's a fucking perfect combination of sweet and heat. It's fantastic. Does honey belong on pizza?
No.
It's fantastic. And if you haven't had it, it's amazing.
Chicken doesn't belong on pizza either.
Sure it does. Buffalo chicken pizza is fantastic.
No,
Get it at every mom and pop fucking pizza store here on the coast. on the shore. Every single one of them has, they have a bunch of pies ready in the window. You walk in, you get a slice. There's always a buffalo chicken pizza there.
No, I know they
Always.
exist. I'm not a big fan.
Oh,
And I tend to be the ultimate authority on things. So
I don't know, fucking David Portnoy or not. Fucking everybody knows one bite my dick. Yeah, baby. It's a stupid motherfucking tweet of the week.
did you hear that, St. Joe? The
I heard
stupid
Brought to you
tweet of the
by
week. Brought to you by. Come on.
the motherfucking Stupid History Minute. Now, over 180 episodes strong, streaming everywhere you get your motherfucking podcasts.
You know what? Never heard of it.
Hey, yeah, I know how to fucking get rid of somebody on this podcast. Hold on.
All right. Sex was created by God for marriage between a husband and a wife, not for a boyfriend and girlfriend that are dating. First reply, show me Adam and Eve's marriage certificate. All right. You guys remember Oh Bitch You Worried, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, same. Okay. I hate when a motherfucker assume shit. 3 words. Assume shit. And then the first reply is like, when they what? And then the other guy's like, assume shit without knowing all the facts.
Okay.
If I heard the Mario coin sound whenever I completed a task, maybe I'd accomplish more.
Nice.
Did they come up with 911 as the police number after 911? 911 as a police. I kind of butchered that one.
Oh boy.
My mother-in-law loves to lecture me on the state of my house as if I don't live with somebody that she fucking raised. Mark says, dating. I can't believe we have so much in common. Marriage. Please don't watch your stuff under my Netflix profile. Old Friend 99 says, kids today aren't taught to respect their elders. When I was a kid, I had to call my grandpa Mr. Grandpa.
Mr. Grandpa.
Dr. Alien Skier says, I asked the produce guy if I could try a grape, and he said he wouldn't care if I lit the store on fire with him in it. There's a guy that likes his job.
Damn.
Punch God 2 says, FaceTimed her and someone in the back said, ooh, that's him? Make you feel good about yourself. At SLVPPY says, lawyers be like, we will take the 40 years. Bro, who is we?
Who's this we shit?
And those are the tweets for the week. Which one do we like the best, gentlemen?
That's funny.
Can you say the first one again?
Okay.
I was preoccupied with the music.
Oh, you're good. Sex was created by God for marriage between a husband and a wife, not for a boyfriend and a girlfriend that are dating. First reply, show me Adam and Eve's marriage certificate.
I think that's clever. I don't even think that's stupid.
Yeah.
I like the one that says the grape and light the store on fire.
That one is, I asked the produce guy if I could try a grape, and he said he wouldn't care if I lit the store on fire with him in it.
I do like that one, and I think that guy I'd like to have him on this podcast.
Yeah, it's Dr. Alien Skier. He's at Clitch a Doubt, or maybe Cliched Out. I don't know. He doesn't know how to. CLICHEDOUT.
Who knows?
Yeah,
I thought cliche had like a Q in it somewhere.
It probably does, but who knows?
I don't know. Maybe Say Joe can tell me about this fucking English degree.
Oh boy, here we go.
He remembered the fucking English degree, but didn't remember the fucking stupid history minute. You know. Yeah. You know what, Mama D? I'm not letting you off the hook either. You forgot it too.
Facts.
These fucking people. 180 fucking episodes. My hard-earned fucking time.
I got another question. What the fuck is wrong with everybody thinking, oh, Jay, Oh, Jane, that guy, that boy. What the fuck is y'all's motherfucking problem?
I thought when they said that boy, they were talking about me.
No,
It was like that fucking
no,
guy.
they're talking about me, and that's
Okay.
exactly what
Oh.
St. Joe meant. Yep, that's
Yeah,
no.
but Jay,
They're
at
talking
least-
about us together.
At least they remembered you. At least they remembered you.
Well, yeah, but fuck, you know. And what's funny is that Mama D's like, she's like, yeah, and Kev had all these great notes and advice, and you brought this and Beebs, and then Mama D goes, and Jay, well, he had quotes, which surprised me. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's turned into a pity party.
I'm like, what the fuck? I threw my phone across the parking lot.
Yeah, the next fucking stupid history minute's gonna be on fucking memory.
That's right.
You know, fucking English degree.
You know,
Yeah.
one thing that I didn't do, I was hoping you were going to
Just
ask Mama D her top 5 and go, who's your favorite, or her top 4 and go, who's your favorite fucking Unfiltered podcast host? That would have put her on the spot.
I already did.
Oh, she cut it out.
She cut it out because she didn't want us to make you feel bad.
No, I've already done that when she was on the pod here with all of us.
Was it the Beebs?
Oh yeah. No. She
Or was she
gave
PC?
She gave the PC answer.
She did a little bit of everybody.
So yeah, a little bit of every. Well, you know, everybody loves Kev, but he can be a little rough.
Hey, what was
You
the
know.
stupid history tweet? Spit it out there.
Get the
Okay.
tweet out.
Yeah. Let's get the tweet out so we can shut this fucking music off. Yeah. I asked the produce guy if I could try a grape. Stupid history. Stupid tweet of the week, brought to you by the Stupid History Minute that everybody seems to forget, except for fucking me. You know, I asked the produce guy if I could try a grape, and he said he wouldn't care if I lit the store on fire with him in it. That's the Stupid Tweet of the Week, brought to you by the Stupid History Minute. Over 180 episodes now streaming wherever you download great and unforgettable podcasts.
I dig it. It's the stupid motherfucking tweet of the week. And your feet stink. Brought to you by the Stupid History Minute. Streaming anywhere and everywhere except at St. Joe's house. Go fuck yourself.
What was that?
All right.
What was that song that Natalie Cole remade of her father's?
Unforgettable?
Oh yeah, okay, Unforgettable.
Here we go.
Kind of like the Stupid History Minute.
That's gonna be the new
Unforgettable.
fucking theme song.
I mean, that's that.
So, what's going on the 2 penny this week, Jay?
Well, I have got Miss Sasha Mess, a certified drag queen, and it's a great conversation. And there's definitely going to be a part 2. Not that we didn't finish this episode. I'm not going to have any cliffhangers. You know, it's not going to be like, you know, tune back in next week for another episode. No, but there's a lot to unpack there. And I'm not talking about the tucked dick. There's a lot to unpack. But we do get into everything. We get into everything from, you know, the hair and makeup to how feeling like a woman to being in a dressing room with a bunch of dudes about straight drag queens. RuPaul. We talk about first time sucking dick. We get into all of it. I mean, it's it's eye opening to say the least, and I cannot wait to have her back on. So yeah, tune in Friday because it might be, I hate to say, but it might be the best episode that I'm ever gonna have of the Two Penny Podcast.
All right. Well, if you don't know where to find that, it's
UNF
just
Pod.
search unfpod.com. We got links to it right there. We'll be retweeting it. You know, all this. St. Joe was a guest. If you haven't caught it yet, on Pedals of Support, where just little highlights. He does give some pretty good advice. He tried to steal the soon-to-be world famous wife's name. You know, for what was your wife going by? It's I want to say Chardonnay, but it's
No,
not Chardonnay.
the
Sage.
sage.
The sage, yeah. And then he ceremoniously forgets the stupid history minute, to say nothing of the fact that he loves all the guys from the UNF pod, excluding the Keb, because no one loves the Keb. This is Keb's pity party. You know what I'm saying? Forgets the fucking stupid history minute, which is on every fucking day.
Facts.
I don't know how you find the time to do it.
It's every fucking day. I'm fucking committed. I'm a committed podcaster. I got a lot of shit going on. I mean, while you're fucking sending text messages to everybody about calling women pregnant when they're fat, I mean, I'm making deals.
I mean,
I'm trying to get people to call the hotline. Anyhow, if you want to call the hotlines, 305-563-2342. St. Joe, when are you going on any other podcasts this week?
not this week. Soon.
Okay. Well, we'll keep an eye out for that. Are you going to start an ancillary daily blessing yet, or no?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I would like to ask a question.
Sure.
Keb,
Yes.
because I do care, unlike another host on this show.
Okay.
What do we got coming down the pipeline in the next few days on the Stupid History Minute?
Well, the Stupid History Minute is on
Are we on
for
break?
reasons. Well, for 5 days.
Okay.
For 5 days, and there's a reason for that, and
World
you're going to
Series.
find out the reason in the other coming episodes.
Okay.
But we do have to get through the rest of. We have 25 more state capitals, and then what we're going to do is a list of the world's worst epidemic and pandemics.
Oh, God. St. Joe, do you know how many states are in the United States?
According to Joe Biden, is 54.
Okay. For you fucking idiots out there, there's 50. There's 50.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway.
And no one has caught. There was a big, I don't want to say practical joke, but a big something different about the first of one of the capitals of the first set that I did, and no one caught it. And I'm not going to tell anybody what it is until somebody catches it. It's just one little thing that's different.
Wrong. It's not different.
No, it's not wrong.
That's not wrong.
No, it's just different. There's
Okay.
one little thing.
Uh,
If somebody catches it outside of the hosts of the show,
Okay.
I will personally send them a UNF pod shirt signed by the Cat. And that in a quarter can buy you a cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
Yeah. Anyhow, that's what's coming down. So thanks for asking.
Absolutely. I can't wait to hear.
Yeah.
that reminded me of anything else. Did any of you find anything or learn anything about myself from Pedals of Support?
Yeah, I learned that your middle name is Joseph.
Joseph.
It's not true.
No, that's
you
not
lied?
true.
That's not my middle name.
Oh, is it just Joe or Joey?
No, that
It's
was
Saint?
it's Saint.
You
Nope.
said it was.
I did. I said it was just to go along with the old Saint Joe moniker.
Okay.
But Joseph is not my middle name.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
I kind of feel like you just shaded out on Mama D there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, is
it
your
was
middle
just-
name that fucking horrendous?
No.
You can
Is
tell
it
us
Eugene?
No, you're close though.
Is it Maynard?
Edward?
Maynard. No, you're closer.
Eddie?
You're on the right track.
I don't know. Francis?
You could
Do
be
you
here
know,
all day.
I'm looking on here, Keb,
Uh-huh.
because it'll tell me right here.
Okay.
You see how it says played?
Yeah.
Every episode I've played.
Thank you.
I don't know. Other than there's usually, I think there's about 5 of us that always listen.
Right.
But I don't know. I can't speak for anyone else. But it's I like it.
Well,
I like that you changed it because I complained about it a year ago and it's been fixed.
yeah. You know, what was funny is, it usually gets, anywhere from, you know, 25 to 50 hit listens a day, right? I
Mhm.
mean, I do zero outside of the stupid tweet of the week, zero to promote it.
Yeah.
Um, but somebody in Canada got a hold of it, and ever since then, and I think it's like a teacher, like a
Uh-huh.
school,
Got it.
and ever since then, it's been like 250,
And
300 a day.
that is
That's
PG. I mean,
awesome.
it's a PG friendly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
From
Oh yeah. There's never been one cuss word on it.
yeah, it's a PG
Yeah.
pod. Speaking of which, when are you going to come back out with the diners and reviews and stuff like that? Weren't you supposed to be doing that this summer?
Yeah. I did a few. They're not produced. We just got the raw footage,
Okay.
and we did a few. I'd like to put together 20, but I mean, like I said, a lot going on. But those are fun. But you got to cut them down because there's one drive through I was in for 45 fucking minutes.
Hell yeah.
Off of San Jose.
Fucking Popeyes, man. Yeah, the Popeyes on San Jose. I won't even mince words. The Popeyes on San Jose is the worst drive-through I've ever been in my fucking life, and I even gave them a second chance. And me and the soon-to-be world famous wife go through there, and they can't figure out how to run a fucking credit card.
Hell yeah.
You know. So, anyhow, we can be found at unfpod.com, at unfpod on Twitter. Listen to the Two Penny on Friday. Go check out the most recent episode of Pedals of Support, starring our very own St. Joe, who forgets a stupid history minute.
Yep.
And all that good stuff. Stupid history minute will be back on Friday. And for St. Joe, my name is the Keb. We will catch you guys next week.